This is Landon Dickerson, he who likes to throw men from one position to the other side. And I watched the film, and it looks like you have so much fun doing it. Describe what it is like to pick up a 320-pound man and displace him.
It's one of the most satisfying things you can do is, removing somebody or moving them from point A to point B against their will. I mean, you just impose your will on people, and that's what I enjoy about football.
Is it a leverage thing? Is it a technical thing? Is it a mind thing? Is it a I'm just gonna make this happen? Like, explain to fans who really don't understand the nuances of being a great offensive lineman.
It's a mindset. You basically have to go out there and just say, you are the baddest person on that field. That's all you have to tell yourself every play. I'm the baddest person on this field, and nobody's going to question it. Then you go impose your will on people.
At what point in your life did you become this football player who was going to have your way on the field?
I think it kind of started, maybe back in even, middle school. I was just a large kid. Offensive linemen were always big people. So, it was extremely fun to be large and, move smaller people around. Go to high school, same thing happens. Go to college, better competition, but, still able to get the job done. So now we're just looking forward to doing it up here in this league.
It's really interesting, the Alabama pipeline and the success that you have there. And when you're around so many great players, did it truly bring out the best in you?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing, especially being at Alabama, is every player there is trying to not only be the best player they can be, but they're doing everything they can to help the team. So no matter what it comes to, if you get in the season and you realize, okay, I'm a scout team guy, I'm a third team guy, they're going to give you the best look possible. It's not like you're going out there and just playing patty cake with third team D-line doing kind of, installing plays at the beginning of practice. Those guys, they could easily start anywhere else in the country, in my personal opinion. So you're going out there getting a great look every day, and that's, we make each other better. That's the goal, is we're trying to make the best team possible by giving each individual guy, the offense and defense, the best look possible.
You've had the game taken away from you. Injuries have taken you off the field. What has that taught you about yourself?
For me, it's taught me how much I love the game of football and how much I love being a part of a team. Especially in the NFL and college football, playing at this high level, guys are different. We do something that, 0.0001% of the population ever gets to do. So being surrounded by those guys that have that mindset, a growth mindset of wanting to be, the best they can be, not only physically, mentally, whatever it may be. I love being surrounded by those people because, I want to make them better. They want to make me better. And overall, we get better as people in any regards.
Did Nick Saban ever chew you out? We've heard so many great stories through the years of Coach Saban challenging his team. Did he do that to you?
I've been chewed out on a few occasions.
For example?
Very bad call at Mississippi State in 2019. It was like a unnecessary roughness. I got a personal foul. I didn't really believe it was that way, and I don't think after he watched the film he didn't. But in the heat of the moment in the game, he had some very creative words to say to me on the sideline about my mistake.
Questioning your commitment to the team, your decision-making at the time, losing your cool, what kind of stuff?
Somewhere along those lines, my intelligence is probably a big one if there was anything in my head, like a brain or...
Oh, I gotcha. And that stuff, so look, let's be honest here. You're coming to Philadelphia. Jeff Stoutland is an intense coach. He brings out the very best in his players. So your ability to accept coaching is going to be really important. Do you accept coaching well?
Absolutely. I've been surrounded by a lot of different coaches, obviously coming from Florida State, having a couple different coaching staffs there, going to Alabama. I've been coached by a variety of people when it comes to personalities and coaching techniques. So, the way Coach Stoutland coaches, I'm really excited because it's probably one of my favorite ways to be coached.
What are your expectations for your NFL career?
I've been given the opportunity to keep playing the game I love and to do it at a high level with great competition, with great people surrounding me, the ability to keep learning, being exposed to veteran coaches, veteran players that have been playing this game, coaching it longer than I've been alive. That's the one thing I guess I expect from this, is to be able to learn more about football and better myself as a player.
I'd like to talk to you about something off the field, a story that I've heard from your days at Alabama, the bumper story. Your truck is, front bumper's hanging off, so you get a railroad tie, right? Mr. Handyman, you're a handyman, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that. You decide to get a railroad tie and stick it to your front bumper.
Economical decision.
Okay.
So college budget, obviously, it's not extensive. So I went to a body shop, asked, what it costs to get a bumper from, OEM parts put back on.
They told you how much?
Around $3,000, a little expensive for me.
Okay.
So I was at Lowe's getting some stuff, saw the railroad ties in the parking lot, asked the cashier to ring me up how much they were. I think she said 12 or 15 bucks. I was like, that looks like it's about the size of a bumper. It might fit on there kind of perfectly. So went and bought one, bought some bolts, mounted right up.
Very cool. And it went viral, and you turned that into something really great. You used the bumper to raise money for the family of a firefighter who was stricken with cancer, stage 4 cancer. Can you talk about this and the great success that you had with that campaign?
Yeah, so while we were down in Miami for the national championship, Brian Walnevitz is a fire chief down there, and he's a huge Alabama fan, and all the guys at the station, he got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer a while back, but a bunch of guys at the station pulled together and got him tickets for the game because they knew he was a huge fan, and he still goes to work every day. He shows up. He doesn't let anything get in his way, and I really appreciate and respect people like that because he's got a good excuse if he doesn't want to go to work, but he's there to serve and help his community. So I got up with him through the coaching staff, and I talked to him probably every other day after the national championship. I called him before we left to get on the bus to go to the game. And, we got back to Tuscaloosa, and I was like, I'm going to eventually have to get an actual bumper to go on my truck. So I was talking to, my marketing team and, Mac a little bit, and I was like, it'd be kind of cool to, raffle this thing off and just, give the money to charity. And Brian actually works with Firefighters to the Rescue, which is a small charity down there. They really run off donations, and they help first responders in that area to, whatever they may need. So, we ended up doing the raffle and raising, I think, almost $47,000 for the charity, and it was really great.
That's awesome. That's a great story. Congratulations on that. Last one for you. What is the next step for you? What do you do here for the next few months?
I guess I'll start looking for houses up here.
And learn the playbook.
Absolutely.
How do you feel physically?
I feel great physically. So, again, obviously it's going to depend on talking to medical staff here, strength coaches, and everybody's going to be involved in, what this process kind of entails for me, what I'm going to be able to do on and off the field.